Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. Another session of Halloween for the kids is on the table. Welcome everyone. I hope you're doing well and enjoying all your moments. I am enjoying all my moments and they are surrounded with lots of people at all moments for right now. Well, not all moments. I have like a couple of early morning hours that are just to me, and I'm sharing them with you. Oh, and grab that little, I don't want to add my hair to this project. Although, if I was going to add my hair to any project, it would be Halloween, right? Just kidding. So, let me see. I'm just getting started on this, laying these things down. I thought I'm going to think this to death. So I'm just going to go ahead and start laying things down. I found a placement where I like this image to go. And also, once everything's down, I realized that it may stiffen up this card and I might not need an actual backing, and then I can, I'm not going to handwrite it, but I usually like to include some type of Halloween poem, saying just something kind of fun, nothing like, it's just fun, it's for kids. Anyways, I also like to sign all my stuff for them, and I like to make sure that the date's on it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm still deciding whether I'm going to attach this to the envelope or not. I may have made that decision by the time you see this video, I don't know. But as of right at this very moment, which is Tuesday, September 5th at 7:20 a.m. Pacific time, I have not decided. All right, but I have all these here and I'm gonna go ahead and just get things placed down. So since I found my placement and because I lose track of what I'm doing, I did grab one of my other ones that I have not, and that's perforated too. So I did grab one of these that I didn't cut down that I just have for my stash. I didn't add the orange. I just took some pencil marks and just scratched them in there just to keep me in line in case I forget. And then I'm not saying that's gonna really work, but for right now, it's gonna have to work. So I'm thinking, do I just get one full one done first, all glued down? And because the tearing was it's all different, it's random. None of them they're not identical in the size, you know what I mean? Because it depends on how big the doll head was or the doll body. So they're similar, but they're not exact. This side has the Mod Podge on it. I don't know if you can see all that glitter from that stickles. And then this side has the matte. So what I'm doing is, let me see, place that one down there. And then I want this one down there. But I want the cheesecloth behind it. So I have my cheesecloth right here, which honestly, I think this was gauze. This might have been just gauze. So let's get some of that cut. It's gonna be all random. My hands are sore. My hands are really sore. I cut up a couple of those patchwork quilts, my friends. I did. I cut them up. They're gonna be on a future sale. See if you like them that way. If not, then I will figure out something else to do with them. But right now I have them, not all of them. I've got a couple of them cut up. So let's see. I'm excited about that because they're nice usable squares. They're vintage. Are they vintage or antique? I don't even know. But they're old. They're so pretty. And I was so scared to cut them up, but I did it and they're still so beautiful. And I'm excited because even though they had some, you know, I don't know, they had some discrepancies, you know, they've been worn and used and all that good stuff. But now instead of just ending up in a landfill somewhere or tucked away in a box to be forgotten, to be mildewed and molded and disintegrated into absolutely nothing, now they are cut up into pieces that will be used in beautiful art for hopefully ever preserve their beauty and hard work that was done by somebody. The only sad part, really, not the only, but a sad part to me is that it's not signed, because if it was like signed somehow, then I could maybe incorporate that little piece of that beautiful quilt, you know, like make a little stitched thing onto each one. I don't know. It's all about the memories, I think. So just putting that there, and then this is gonna go like that. It's just gonna be kind of messy. Yeah, I think that's how I want it. So let's get this one down, and then I'll do another one of these here. What's easier? I don't know. Is there an easier way? I need to remember that I'm going to be putting a name on that. sometimes if I don't have time to stamp it, and if my stamps aren't small enough, because some of these names of these children are so long, I just type it up and then print it, and then I'll just glue that down. And that might be what I do this time, just because it will be faster. So this one, I'm just going to, I'm not making anything dimensional because it's already, the candy's going to be dimensional. And as far as, you know, being bulky in the package, not dimensional, I don't want it to be bulky because I'm mailing these out. Oh, I hear life upstairs. Okay. I know I'm going to be covering up the feet, but that's what collage is, right? It's cutting off some elements, covering up some of the elements, incorporating them and building on top of each other. So that's just the name of the game. So that's going to go down like that. And then I'm going to put some of this down. And I think what I'm going to do is just add some nice glue stick on here. Like that. Actually, it doesn't even matter. It's just going to dry clear. It'll give it, what, a sheen or something? Who cares? It's Halloween sheen. And we're going to stick that down like that. Just to give it something, a little something. There we go. And then I'm going to put this one down. And it doesn't matter which way this goes. I'm going to keep this over here. That's going to be like that. Okay. And, whoa, I'm just so violent. And then and that's another thing about that glue stick, is I can still manipulate that a little bit if I want to. That's going to go there. On there, just like that. If I was only making like a few of these, like, you know, not 50 something of them, there's so many more things, more elements that I would like to add. Like, I'd like to add like little brads in there and stuff like that. It's just making over 50 is just, I have to take off some of the tasks. Oh my gosh, I'm not even on the camera. So sorry, you guys. Okay, I'll get back into this. I know I have this marked right here. I have it down close to me so I can see what I'm doing. Round 2 on this. Okay, on the second one, you'll see what I was doing. It's not difficult. Like, I think you can see what I was doing. Then I want to add a ghost. And so I have all these ghosts, and I want one that's going to stick inside the little thing there. And my lace here. Oh, here's a piece right here. Oops. Jiminy Christmas. I'm going to have to cut more of that anyways. But so I was making my little gate, right, with this. I don't think this matters which way it goes. My little gate for my ghost. And I want him just to be like, ah! You know, they're all going to be different because they were all different. So there's going to be a smaller space for names than others. Some of them are skinny ghosts. Some of them are chubby ghosts. So, and I think what I did on the other one is I just went around the edges a little bit. So Janae and Cassie cut these out. Janae cut quite a few, but then she ended up having to go home because she had to go to work, a job. I'm like, why? Do you have to? I was kidding. And so Cassie was determined. She spent so much time cutting out so many ghosts. She's like, no, I'm not leaving until this is done. I said, so, I'm like, so if I hide that page, it'll stay forever. And then that ghost's going to go there. So let's just get him down. And then this will, once I get one done, I'll have more of an idea of like what I'm really trying to do. See, and if I wasn't like mailing these all off, I'd probably do some dimension and stuff. Just because I think these would be so cute, like popping off. But that's okay. I'm actually just going to keep that on there. I'm just going to tack that down some. There we go. Get this down there. I just don't want it too like loose. And then here's his little fence, and I want it under his arm. Dang it. Can I get you up? These are the little details that I know the kids aren't gonna necessarily see, but I will. I'll see. Okay, I missed the boat on that one, it looks like. Let's see if I can lift, give a little lift there. Okay, and then I keep running my hands through my hair in the morning. and it's just getting everywhere. Let's see, I just won't that like that. I'm not leaving much room. I think I got my ghost up too high is the problem. That's okay. I have some kids with short names. That'll work for that. Let's get his arm back down. I haven't put any of my glow-in-the-dark grit paste on there yet. That's going to be one of the elements that if I have time, it'll be added. And if I don't, if I run out of time, I'll just have to take it off the to-do. That's okay. Yeah, it worked. I do that with everything I do. So, especially for the kids, because I'm making so many. And my big plans. I always have such big plans. Now, do I want that to go all the way over or just right there? I like the idea. Let me just see. I like the overlapping because I just feel like it looks, I like that real collaged. Let me just keep adding things, but let me see if I fold that over just to get an idea. Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, I think I like it to go further down the road there. So we'll just add some glue and see if it holds that place. If not, I'll have to come back in later. I'll get a few of these done. Like, I don't want to do like all 50 something of them with this glue to find out that it didn't work and I had to go back and do all 50 something. I think this will work, but we'll see. I am still at this moment in time as of, what is it? What did I say it is? Tuesday, August. Did I say it was September? No, I don't know. Today is August 5th, and it is now 7:31 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, as of right now, I am planning on stitching around this and then attaching it to the envelope. And when I do the envelope, I'm going to take and I'm probably going to do like a little stitch there and a little stitch here. Just kind of where it's already sealed, because I still want to keep that pocket as much as I can. We'll see how that works out. And I like the stitched look. So there we go. But that's going to be a lot of stitching. Okay, I also want to add a second ghost. So I have so many ghosts, and I have another page of ghosts, but I'm pretty sure I have plenty of ghosts here to choose from. So like these, I think they're all will work well inside the thing. But I thought here, let's add another one. They're so cute. They're like, oh my, they're like scared of themselves. They don't look like they're trying to scare. They look like they are scared. We have the frightened ghost. When I'm a ghost, I am not going to be scared. I'm going to be the scarer. Be ready, my friends. I'm coming to see you all. Just kidding. Okay, I know, sorry. I can't help myself. See, like, he would be so cute popped off. Hold on. I have to do it and see if it's going to work. I don't even know if I have enough of these things. Yeah, I think I do. I have some like really old ones. I just don't know. Will it be a fight to get that out of there? Yeah. I want to say these ones are maybe from the dollar store. The dollar over store. But these ones are easy. These are from Stampin' Up. They're not super cheap, but they do work. That's something to say about that. Maybe like on his head. I don't have to use a lot. This, believe it or not, is hard on my hands because of all the little tiny pinching I have to do. And then I need like a little piece right there. Let me see. I want just for his little tail. I am totally going to lose that little piece there. Is that too big? Why do I think I have time for this? I don't know. I think I just need like a little square. I think, honestly, I should, when I'm going to cut these, I should have a few of the little ghosts ready. so I don't lose them. Okay. And then I am going to add a little glue to these, just because I have other stuff happening like Mod Podge, paint, ink, stickles, all kinds of stuff. Just give it a little extra help here. Maybe I will use my acetone-based glue here. That other glue, if you don't know, I just realized there's probably some newer people here that might be like wondering what's in my other bottle. It is in fact, what is it? Art glitter glue. I have been searching all the time for bottles that will be more easy on my hands and to use to squeeze, that the glue comes out, you know, all the different things. I guess he's going that way. Maybe this one can go this way. They're like, oh, see, I guess he could have used a little dimension, but that's all right. Come on. Oh my gosh, just like a ghost, it does what it wants to do. Okay, there. That's good enough for me. This is a little tiny piece that I need to get somewhere. Oops. I have a little dish somewhere. I'm gonna go grab it, I think, and get those in there in a minute after I'm done doing this. All right, so there's that, but I also have another piece I wanna add to this. These pieces, even if I don't have enough from the ones that I bought from Maddie, because, you know, it's just going around the thing, and I'm just adding a little extra there just for the brightness and to pop off some of this white, kind of make it pop out a little bit. That is what I'm doing. I have other things that I can use. Okay. And then just get that, just layer down. There we go. And then somebody's name will be in there. And there's my card. So far, so good. Oh, I have to keep in mind, I said I was going to stitch around here. If that's popped up, well, I will figure it out when I get there, I guess. But I like this. This is cute. I wanted to do a background behind her to make her pop off, but again, that was another element that I had to pull because I don't have time. I have to tear it. Since these are not all the same size, that means I'd have to tear them all like individually for their size. Like glue them down, tear them. I'd have to glue them down, then tear them, then glue them again. That's a lot of work. The kids are worth it, but I'm running out of time. Okay, there we go. I like it. I like it. All right, so I guess I'm just gonna continue to glue these down. I'm gonna put my ghost in here, and I'm gonna get everything glued except for the little fence thing that I did right here. Oops, right, because the ghost has to go in. So I'm gonna do them like that. Let's see. I have a ton of these, you guys. They're so cute. They're just so cute. So what I'm doing here is I'm just taking my glue stick, putting that down first, because I want to get around all the edges so this thing stays down. And then that will help me, that'll give me some movement time, because art glitter glue absolutely does not give me movement time. But I know it's going to keep my edges down. I'll put a little bit in there. Why not? Too much glue is not a bad thing, is it? I guess unless you're gluing your fingers together on accident. That could be considered a bad thing. So then I'm going to put this one. And I know I want it to go to the pay period area and go over that blue line where it says the date. So I think that's where I wanted it. Yeah. Date employed. Just kind of following like these, whoops, these things up here. Let's get that down. And then get that. And I'm gonna get glue all over this. I'm always scrubbing this thing. I love this thing so much. If I find more of these, I'm gonna buy them. Just hopefully I can get them cheaper. The last place I bought them from, they were so expensive. They were like, they must have heard me. I was looking for them. Where'd my black piece go? This one goes down first, correct? Yeah. Oh, I put that away. I'm supposed to be looking at this one for reference. Goodness. Okay. Now I'll stick this one down like a Sue. And I did ink around all of these to get that white, because it had that white line. I didn't want that on those ones. So I think I can close this one up. Yes. All right. Also, friends, I don't know if you haven't noticed yet, I did put a community page post about ATC. So if you have any questions about the ATC, or if you just want to know about it, you know, whether you're participating or not, I did put a post in there. I tried really hard to do it. Is that the same size as that one? I feel like this is a different size. I tried really hard to get all the information in there so so that it describes exactly what the ATC exchange is, and then also including for the season that we're in, that information, because that way I can just have one post. Because I was getting confused. I was like, when I was looking for it myself, and I'm the one that posted everything, and I was like, well, but this part of the information's here, but the other part of the information, so I thought I wanted to create one post that I can repost if I needed to, with a picture that, so it stands out. It's like in your face, in my face. It stands out. It clearly defines what it is and how to go about it. It has my email on there too, so if you have questions. And then after we do the autumn fall season here, I will then edit it to show that it was completed and that we're on to the next one. And then I'll just repost it, I think, so that it's up front again. I hope that makes sense. Okay, then we'll get some of this down. Oh, glue stick. Oops. Oh, see? No, that's okay. Did I use? Oh my gosh, I'm a mad mess. It's pure madness over here. Okay. My poor niece, Sandra, who's here. I was like, yeah, you're not getting one of these. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you're an adult now. You're 18. You're graduated. You're moving on. I said, I have to cut you guys off because kids are increasing, you know. Everybody's, you know, there's nieces and nephews who are having great nephews and nieces, grandkids that are older that are having kids. So there's great grandkids. Like, it's just increasing the number. I would never leave this desk, and I would be stuck on one holiday at some point. So I have to cut you guys off. I said, plus, if you want like birthday cards or things like that, you guys have to send me one. You can't just, you're grown up now. You're a grown up. You are a grown up. I like to get stuff, you know, too. Hello. Hello. I mean, I said, it doesn't have to be big. You can go to the dollar store, the dollar over store. You can get something there. They have a huge selection of cards, and they're really cool. You can make it your own. You can just send it as is. But, you know, you just handwrite something in there, a sentiment of something. So, it means a lot. It goes a long way. So, but if you want it, you have to send it. So they're at that age, like, well, I didn't know my mom. I'm like, Here's the deal. If you guys are old enough to move out of the house, if you're old enough to set your own curfews and do all these things, then you're old enough to take responsibility. So I'm sorry that if your parents didn't tell you that. I am here to tell you that. You're welcome. All right. So now I'm just going to go that far, and I'm not going to put my ghost up there either right now because I want to make sure that it's different from this one. And you know, and I'm going to do this one first. I hope that makes sense. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be different. It's cuter if it's different, I think. Yeah, I do like this. I kind of wonder, you know, remember those these things that I got from Susan? Yeah, no, I'm not going to use it there, but stop it. I'm just doing this. So I'm just going to keep doing that. What do you think? I think it's cute. I think it's cute. So we'll stick that one over there. And then we have next, I'll do this one. And I need a person. Do you guys want to see all my faces? I have a lot of them. You're probably like, no. That's a lot to look at. I'll show them to you really quick. I'll be quiet so I can just show them. I think they came out good. I got to straighten them out anyways. Pretty much the same. I mean, they're all, it's a different doll on each one, and the eyes are, you know, there's that eyeball thing going on. Just trying to find one that had the double eyeballs. It's had to be a big face, because these eyes were big, and it was like as big as their head sometimes. That one got a little off skew there, but that's all right. Still works. I like when the kids are like, that's creepy. I'm like, you're welcome. Oh, here it is. It looks more like a mask, but it's cute. I like it. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, should I put 2 different eyes? Nah, I like it. I like how it came out, but these are all the ones that I did. Here and here. There's like a whole bunch more. I think I did over 50 though. I don't know. I should probably count them out so that I'm using, what I'll do is I'll go through like my favorites and put them down. But one of the things I like to do also is pull out the ones that are more of a, I don't know, like a boyish look, I guess. Like that one. Like, you know, I'll get all those out and I'll make sure I do all of those because I think it's pretty half and half with boys and girls. And there's always a ton of girls. Oh, that one I colored on. And I can still do that too with my markers. I forgot about that. So there's this one and then there's this one. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Maybe grab all my boyish ones out and see. Should have done that while we were doing this. All right, so I'm gonna do these ones first, and that way I have enough to choose from. So there's some of the boys that are just older, and so I'll do the most masculine ones for them, and then as their age goes, you know, younger, then I can really do just about any of them. I'll try not to do like super frilly girly dresses, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes we just have to go with the blue. Get that one down. Anyhow, I don't know. I should probably check. I know we're doing the... I forgot what day we're doing the live giveaway on for August. If you haven't entered in it yet and you want to, there may be time. I'm going to check really quick here because I know I kind of have an idea of when this is going to post. Oh, I forgot to put the other glue. Do you think it's going to matter? I feel like that glue might be strong enough, but what if it's not? Sheesh. Talking and not paying attention. I think I really just only need it around the edge too. So get that on there like that. I gotta look at my calendar. Hopefully I wrote it down. Otherwise I have to go look at the video and that's crazy. I just need to get my stuff together. Saturday. Oh no, I didn't do it. Oh, because I'm gonna be gone, right? I believe it's the 21st that we're doing the giveaway. It would have to be because I'm gone during that other time. Yeah, you'll see this video before then. So there's an August giveaway. All you have to do is find that video that talks about the giveaway for this month. I do a giveaway every month. And what you'll want to do is, if I remember, I will link that video in this description box. I can't guarantee it because I'm telling you, I'm like losing track of minutes, seconds, days. It's all like blending. But I will. You can, if you want to enter it, make sure you enter it. Read the description box. The description box has the rules. There's not a lot of rules. It's really not that hard. But it is by email entry. But I also have to have your reference point from your comment. It's on a specific, you just got to follow that thing. If you go to that video, it has everything in there, everything that you need to know. And I encourage everybody to join in. I just realized though that since this giveaway, it's actually something I purchased from our good friend Joanne. It was a way for me to help celebrate her a little bit, help her out. She's been helping me out so much, and I just wanted to showcase her channel and her Etsy store. And it's, you know, it's just kind of a way for me to say thank you to her for that. And I really wanted to do that. So I purchased something that I think is really cool from her shop to do a giveaway. And so that's what you're getting is that. Oh, there's my little dot. Don't lose that. And that's what you can win. However, I realized that I guess Joanne's not going to enter the giveaway. Joanne's probably like, well, I can't enter the giveaway. No, I'm sure she's not thinking that. Honestly, I think I know Joanne enough. I think we all do enough to know to be like, she probably thinks that is, she's already been gifted, but I feel like she should still be able to join in the giveaway. Maybe I should think about that. If she wants to join in, I can just give her something different. But then if she wins, we'll do that giveaway again the next month. I don't know. I'm so confused. And so it goes. Sandra's confused. Who would have thought? Okay. I have a lot of this cheesecloth. I need to quit being so chintzy with it. And I'm making more. Just want to get those little super curly pieces out. There we go. Anyways, I won't be doing all of these on here, you know, getting this part ready, because this video would be forever. But I'm going to do as many as I can while we're just hanging out together. Whoops. Come on, stay down. And then get this one on there. If anybody's new here and they have questions about the glue bottles, I believe I have a couple of videos about them. But I can tell you right now what I did really easily. I can tell you is they're just regular school glue, Elmer's glue, whatever kind of glue, cheap glue, as cheap as I can get at like dollar store. Probably I don't even know if it was Elmer's. It might have been, but anyways, just cheap glue. And I emptied the glue out into a different container that I have that I could use my, like I had partial bottles, whatever. I just emptied it out. I cleaned it and I dried it, and I let it dry very, very well for the acetone base glue. This one had to be super dry because it's not a water-based glue. Art glitter glue is a water-based glue, so it didn't matter if there's a little bit of water in there. I've added water to my art glitter glue just to thin it out before, because I feel like different times I've ordered it, I've gotten different consistencies. Have you ever found that? Do you play with art glitter glue? Did you find that to be something like that? Anyways, so that's all I did. And then I just added my glue, and I put my top back on, and of course I use my Vaseline thingy, put the Vaseline around so that my caps come off and on easily. I had in the beginning, if you watch those videos or have watched them, I had a different thing a topper, but it wasn't working because it kept getting stuck and I kept ripping the needle out. So that was kind of a bummer. So now I don't have a fine tip. When I want a fine tip, I have to go back to my actual art glitter glue bottle. See, I can get it out easier with this one than this one. This one is a little bit more firmer. Not really bad. It just depends. Like I have massive hand issues, so I try to make it as easy as possible. Okay, let's get you going. Okay, now pay attention. So put the glue stick. Oh geez, I'm hitting all my tools there. Glue all the way around the edges, and then in the middle, and then a little extra glue because glue makes me happy, I guess. A little extra. It's probably not needed, but if it makes me feel better, then it must be done. This can go right here, inside that line, up to the pay period area, kinda, sorta, like that. Isn't it nice when you get a routine down when you're doing like massive amounts? Got a smushy wishy. This is cardstock, and it was in that paper bundle, that huge paper bundle that I got at that one estate. So there's so much paper, you guys. I've been kind of trying to go through it a little bit here and there. Anyways, I want to see what I'm going to cut. It's a ton of it, 12 by 12s, and I'm going to cut some of it into 8.5 by 11s. I know, crazy, right? But I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to copy dye them. And I want to cut them first because once they're copy dyed, the paper is, you know, compromised a little bit into the, where I won't get like straight cuts. So, and if I want to get those 8.5 by 11s, that's generally what I use when I'm making journals, pages, signatures, and stuff like that. So I thought if I do that, then I'll have strips that I can also copy dye, and I can do other things with that. I won't do that with all the paper, but I'll do that with quite a bit of the paper. There's a ton of paper, like so much. And a lot of it, I don't feel like it's super exciting paper, but once it's copy dyed or avocado dyed or ink dyed, some kind of dyed thing on it, I feel like it makes it extraordinary. Extraordinary paper. We want extraordinary paper, please. And then I will have a ton for my own stash, and I'll have a ton to sell so that you can also, if you are interested in it, have it in your stash. Oh, there you go. Okay. I think this is my last run here with kids that are younger. I'm not 100% positive, but I think it is. I think there's some teens that still want to come, so I might end up starting a copy dye session again sooner than I thought I was going to, just because I don't have to use, I can use up my big table. I forgot that new table. I think I've already said it. I don't know. I've said it a couple times. I just don't know if I said it here. But my big table that we got when we did the kitchen remodel that we happened upon on that consignment furniture store that we love to go to, the table is so big, and it has leaves, so it can be even bigger, and I can literally take my all my stuff to that table and do it. So, and then that will still leave the island open and available for seating if anyone needs it. But honestly, most of the teens, and well, most of the kids anyways, they like to go sit outside and eat because it's so nice and they can see the lake. It's just, you know, it's the experience, right? So that works for me. Okay, another one. What time is it? Oh, time's going by fast. I like hanging out with you guys. I don't want to do this all by myself. Can I just be on here for 5 hours and get this done with you? I'm actually hungry anyways. I've been up for quite a while. And I promise, so Ella, today is, we're going to go, I'm taking her, ooh, Chihuahua. We're going to go out to lunch. I have her birth certificate and her note and everything. So we're going to go have a girl date. I think it's girl date. I mean, Opa is always welcome to go. If he wants to go, he can absolutely go. We're going to go and have lunch in Canada. You know, it's all about the experience. Plus, across the border has so much more in the way of places to eat and touristy kind of things. It's basically, from what I understand, maybe I just heard somebody say this and that's what I think, but it's basically the vacation capital of BC, or a vacation capital. This is the most southern part of BC, or something like that. Anyway, there's a lot going on there in the summertime, so there's a lot more fun things. It's so weird, like you cross that border and it's just night and day. So maybe take her over there, and then maybe we're gonna go have lunch, and then we might just do like a little bit of window shopping. It's kind of expensive. So the Canadian dollar right now is like incredibly good for us in the US. And I think, I want to say, their dollar's only worth, is it 70 cents? No. Or is it only worth 30 cents, 70 cents? I don't know. Let me look right now. Let me go look and see what the exchange is. Where's my little, I'm going to ask my friend here, Chat GPT. I'm going to ask my friend here, Canadian exchange today. Exchange rate today. It changes daily. I mean, it can change daily. Sometimes it stays. They post it daily. It can change. All right. So $1 US is worth $1.379. So that's a good exchange. So and a lot of the stuff is about the same price here. So you do pay extra taxes in Canada because they have GST and PST and all the stuff, but it's still cheaper than it is over here. And then when you use your card, you do pay a conversion fee, but the conversion fee is so low. I guess it depends on what kind of card you're using. Mine's really good. So I just use my card. So now I'm going to get a cheaper, something for the same price, much cheaper, even with the extra taxes and the conversion fee. Plus, I'm going to get cash back on my card because I use a cash rewards card. And then I have a fun goodie. So, you know, is that girl math? Is that what they consider girl math? It's fine. It works for me. So that's what I'm going to do. And I kind of like that piece more than this piece. I checked the movie theater to see what was playing, and of course they're in Oliver, because Oliver there's a small theater, but they're not open on Tuesdays, so we won't do that. It's just so hot. I don't know if I want to be outside the whole time, but we can do some window shopping, and if we see something cute that she likes that's not crazy expensive, then I'll get her a little treat. Well, I'll get her something somewhere anyways for her, like, you know, Canada trip. We had a lot of things planned for Abel and Ezra when they were here, but they were just missing home so much. We got to go to Canada once. They went to the skate park, so they loved that. So that's probably going to be a thing we do all the time, every year when they come. But I had other plans for them, and we just didn't get to do them. But that's okay. You know, there's always next year. And I also noticed this year, so last year when they came, everybody came separately that came. Or they're like little sibling groups, age and sibling group, that kind of thing. But this year I combined a couple of the age groups, so it was cousin time. And I honestly think that they liked that better. There was, you know, when you're adding more kids, so like the girls, and they were not doing like their normal, you know, sibling arguing thing. The boys weren't doing their normal sibling arguing thing. When they were all four together, they were all like, they had a different person to hang out with. So they were more content, I think, with doing things and having fun, and then being together and having that even number was nice. So there's no one left out. I think I might try and do that next year. Let's see. We'll see. I try to make plans, but they never work out. Because, you know, that's just the way of my world anyways. How's yours? Do you make plans and do they stay that way? Or are you same with me? Like you make all these plans and it's like, well, I don't know what did all that. Maybe that's why I have a hard time following my list. Or maybe that's why I have so many lists, because they're constantly changing. Maybe I'm too easygoing. Maybe I'm like, okay, we can do that. Maybe I just say, no, it goes this way. Don't make me rethink it. I don't know. It's okay. I can be, like, I'm not always easygoing. Sometimes I'm kind of stern. So, like, when I say I'm not sharing my cookies, I mean it. Like, I'm not sharing them. We were at the store. You should have picked your own cookies. See, I can be stern when it comes to cookies. Am I still following the same thing? I was talking a lot and I forgot to pay attention. These are so cute. These would actually, I mean, like, well, obviously anything you can incorporate to be everyday or specific theme. I'm doing a specific theme. These would be cute in a journal too, wouldn't they? Any which way. Everything's cute in a journal. Oh my gosh. Let me see. All right. I need to get onto some haul videos. I need to get them made. I have a lot of stuff I need to show you. And, but I just don't have, I haven't had time to get it all done. It's not that I can't do it when people are here. I can, but you know, everybody wants to chit chat and talk, and then I forget what I'm doing. And I'd rather chit chat and talk because, you know, or, you know, not really rather, I mean, I think I'm meaning that differently. I want to be a part of the moments that are being created. So I don't want anybody to think that me making a video or me selling something is more important than a relationship, whether it is in person or not. You know what I mean? So, okay, I like this. There we go. We went to the, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but we went to the movie. We usually go and watch a movie with every batch of kids, some movie, you know, just to go have that experience also. There's outside stuff, inside stuff, whatever. So we like to do that. And I like going to the movies. That's like I think I've told you guys this. I love going to the movies. Well, I picked the second to the back of the theater. It's a small theater. The seats are, you know, they're not like the newer ones where they're really stacked or reclined. It's older. So I want to go second to the back. So I want to have the most room, and I want to stay close to the edge. So I'm closest to the exit in case I have to, you know, have an emergency of some sort. You know, I'm at that age. Anyways, I just feel like we can see the thing better. And that way, if any of the kids need like any kind of a booster, if they need to stand up or whatever, we can without being in somebody else's way. There's all kinds of reasons. But anyways, I get the second to the back because I wasn't sure. One time at a theater, I can't remember when it was years ago, but I remember I picked the very back row and the seats were up against the wall. So there was no, you did have more leg room, but you had no like leaning back a tiny bit. Not that they're reclining, but I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but anyways, so I learned. And so I now get the second to the back row, unless I know what that theater's like and if the back row is going to be comfortable. I wasn't sure, so I booked our tickets, and I picked the second to the back row, and I was like, right on, and there's nobody sitting behind us. We don't have to worry about anybody kicking our seat, because that's the other thing. I'm like, that's the only drawback about picking where I picked. That could happen. And so the movie just was starting to start, like, dun, 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 you know, and these people just all piled in right behind us, and I was like, dang it. And the theater wasn't packed or anything, but they wanted the back also, so probably the same kind of reasons. And they were right behind us, so I turned around really quick because they were so loud when they came in. They're trying to hurry up. It wasn't loud like in a bad way, but they were kind of loud. And I just turned around and I go, oh my gosh, it's about time. We've been waiting forever for you guys to get here. And they looked at me really fast, like, what? Like, because the theater's kind of dark, so they're like, who? Like, do we know this person? You know, it's a husband and wife, so I'm guessing one of them was probably thinking that the other one had known their friends or somebody was coming, and took them a second to realize they had no idea who I was. So I just started laughing. I'm just messing with you. My grandkids that were with me, can't remember who it was. They were just like, Bella, did you know them? I'm like, no. They're like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. And I go, thank you for noticing. But those people laughed and it was fun. Like, you're late. Don't expect me to share my popcorn with you. All right. I don't know how long I've been on here. I honestly don't know if I hit the record button. I should probably check that really quick. Yay, I did. I hit record, and I just realized we've been on here like 50 minutes. So, oh, I want to come down. What are you doing, girl? See, I lost. That's how fast it happens. I'm just like, what is she doing here? I don't really. I mean, I do kind of care. Get this down. glue stick here. So I think this is going to be the last one, you guys. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to go eat some breakfast, take my shower, so that I'm ready for Ella. I've told her I would wake her up. I don't want to wake her up too early because she'll want to go like right now, and I don't have this ready. And nothing's open yet. Oops. Okay, put you on there. These are cute. I'm very happy with how they're turning out. So one of my most favorite ones that I ever did was on a picture frame. It's when I did, it was very dimensional. It was, and I don't think I mailed them. I think I had to actually go. This is when I don't think they, well, no, I did mail some because they went out of state. But I had to wrap them, and it was very expensive, and that's before the postage rates jumped up the way they did. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab it and show it to you because it's so cool. Okay, here we go. I went and grabbed it off my wall. I made one for myself. I kept the one that was kind of cockeyed. I accidentally put his foot on backwards, but I like it because it's a little bit more odd. So this was more of an arts and crafts day. This is one of those black frames from the dollar store, and I used chalk paints, and I just kept adding layers of different colors, and then just doing like a wet distress, like with a baby wipe, just wet distressing it to get that off. These were already gold, so I covered up a lot of them, and then I took a little bit, and then I just distressed that a little bit so I'd have little gold pops. The inside is a digital kit that I had purchased, and I just cut them out to fit in the frame. They're all different ones. I just like the pretty pastel-y kind of colors. And then these are at the dollar store, if you've ever been there and you've seen the skeletons. I realize that some people have never been to a dollar store, but they're just like the cheap skeletons. They're solid, and they go through on a string. I just cut them. They're stiff though, so I had to cut their arms off. I had to cut them, some of them I had to cut them at the elbows. I had to cut their hands off. I had to cut their legs off, at their knee, at all their joints. I had to cut their joints, and then I had to reattach them. So, I think that foot stayed, I don't know. Anyways, and then I situated them on here with some moss, glued the moss down, glued some silk flower thing down, stems, and then I just glued him to that. I added a little hook right here with some twine, but I did leave this piece on there so that they can put it on their, whatever, thing. Isn't that cute? I love that so much that I have it hanging on my wall. And the other thing, I did another project. I'm going to show you since I'm doing that. I have another project I did with these skeletons, a little crafty thing. So once again, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab that. I just feel like sharing. I know I've shared these before, but it's been a while and I just wanted to do it again. So these also are the skeletons, the same thing. I think it looks like I left them all intact. They're just a long body. What I did is I used my alcohol inks. And I painted this. Did I use alcohol inks? No, I used regular ink. Sorry, paint. Just regular paint. I did not have paint markers back then. And then I have this netting. This is garden netting stuff. I had some of that. So I pulled out some tulle. I made little bows with the ribbons, put them on there. And then this is just those big butterflies from the Dollar Tree. I just painted the back of it black so that when they turned, you would see that. And then I just glued them to their wings. And then I added jump rings to their little hook thing there. See, like on this one, I cut his little hook on the top of his head off because we didn't need it. These ones I kept on there. And then I just made like a little garland. Aren't they cute? I wanted to make these again. I thought they were just so adorable. They're just, all the bodies are different. Oh, and I put gems, those little gems in their eyes. I really love these. I think they're so adorable. Anyhow, just doing a little bit of a share. I think I'm going to be done right now with this video. I'm going to continue to work on these throughout the day, I think. I don't know where my cap is. There it is. So there you go. Thanks for hanging out with me, my friends. I hope you enjoy all your moments. And yeah, I'll just see you on the next video. Bye.